MLB bets June 21st, guys. First day went excellent. Diamondbacks won plus money. Padres, another game that I let you guys know was interesting and that I would take, also won. And the one game that we stayed away from, Yankees, Orioles, we stayed away because all the support was on the Yankees, and look what happened. It was a trap and a half. Orioles destroyed the Yankees. Gale got popped in 2 innings for 7 runs, and we're glad we stayed away. That's why there's rules, and that's why my strategies go a long way. Now, for today, I wanted to give you guys a couple things. Going to give you guys my game as always. Going to pick the play live in my Hard Rock app and place the bet. And along with that, I'm going to explain 4 games today, what I'm looking at, and whether you should stay away or take a play if you guys are looking for extra plays. Now, as always, please subscribe and share the show and like this video for more content and more value. As you guys subscribe, as you guys comment and like, I will provide more and more value for you guys, as it's a value-driven exchange, right? Today's games, very, very interesting games, of huge slate Friday, new games, new series, and I'm excited. I have a lot of plays for today. Obviously, only going to pick one, which I'll pick here. So let's get to it, right? As always, going to show you guys my Hard Rock app. Yesterday, we had a really big day. We had the Diamondbacks. Going to show you my tickets. Diamondbacks, Red Sox, both plus money plays. And before I do start with the plays, just want to let you guys know one thing. Just because I've taken plus money plays for the last 3 days doesn't mean I don't take favorites. I do take favorites here and there. Actually, a lot of the times I take favorites. Now, when I find value, I do like to take the underdog, like you guys have seen over the last 3 days. Now, just to let you guys know before I start, I will not be doing these videos Saturday and Sunday. This will be a Monday through Friday thing. So if you guys are interested in getting my weekend plays and analysis, there's a link below that you guys can get my weekend pass and actually win with me along with getting my analysis. So now let's get to it. Hard Rock app shows you guys again 2 big winning days. We're actually 6-0 over our last 6. And as yesterday, we're going to go and start again in the OBP. Every single day is what I look at first thing, the OBP. And as you guys can see, the Red Sox are still leading the way for OBP. And it leads me to the first game of the day that I'm going to talk about. Red Sox versus the Reds. So, as always, I create my lines. As you guys can see, here are my lines. And the games that are highlighted are the games I'm going to talk about today. And we're going to start with the Red Sox Cincinnati Reds. So, we're looking at the Red Sox right now, a team that's number 1 versus the Cincinnati Reds that's actually laying in the bottom half of the league in OBP over the last 7 days. A team that, like the Blue Jays, have underperformed. I expected a little bit more from them, yet they just really haven't done what they should be doing. And today they're favored. They're favored after not playing too well. Red Sox are thriving. They're winning. They're playing well. They're batting. They're pitching. Their pitching is one of the best pitching staff in the league, along with their bullpen. Yet they're underdogs against the Cincinnati Reds team that's, let's call it what it is, they're not that impressive. For some reason, Covers is not working right now, but Baseball Reference is a website I primarily use a lot along with Covers. So I'm going to touch base with Baseball Reference right here. So let's talk on the Red Sox versus Reds game, why I believe this game is lying the way it is. Right now, Cincinnati Reds are minus 115 and Red Sox are minus 110, so pretty much even, right? A big factor is they're playing Abbott a left-handed pitcher, and as you can see, the Red Sox, they hit well against righty pitchers, but versus lefty pitchers, they can struggle a bit. Now, Cincinnati Reds, you don't see anything significant here. They're not a great team at home. As a matter of fact, they're pretty much even home and away versus right-hand pitchers, left-hand pitchers, pretty even. They obviously do a little bit better versus right-hand pitchers, but nothing significant. Right now, the reason I believe this game is favored for the Cincinnati Reds is because how the pitchers have done over the last 7-8 games. So, as you can see, Crawford, he's 1-5, and he picked up a good win last time out versus the Yankees on a Sunday night game. But other than that, he was getting rocked plenty of times, and the team wasn't performing well when he was pitching. On the other side, Abbott's a little bit different. When he plays at home, the team performs well. He's a lefty pitcher, and he's been playing pretty well. So that's why I believe the line is the way it is now. It's not a game I would take personally, just because of what I've explained to you guys. OBP to me matters a lot. It correlates a lot with teams that are winning, and knowing the Cincinnati Reds are in the bottom half of the league is the reason I'm not taking it. If I were to take a play in this game, it would be the Reds money line. But because of what I just explained, the OBP, I will not be taking that. And I wrote it right here for you guys as a trap, because I do believe this is a trap of a game. Now, I'm going to talk about game 1 of the day right now, which is Mets against the Cubs. Guys, Mets are hitting well. They're in the top of the half, top 4 OBP. But they don't hit lefties well, and we know that, right? Yesterday I explained it with the Diamondbacks. Mets are one of the teams that hit lefties the worst. They're playing against a young star that's up and coming. He's only gotten hit really once, but that line to me is also trappy, and it's a game that I would stay away from personally. If you're leaning towards the Cubs, I would stay away. If anything, I'd lean over to the Mets plus 1.5, but I'm staying away from that game for one big reason, and it's because Quintana has been seen by the Cubs, and he's gotten hit pretty well by the Cubs. So let me show you guys right here. As you guys know, MLB.com, you can go into it and look at the matchups. So you can see exactly how the players have done against that certain pitcher. So we're talking about the Mets versus Cubs. We see Quintana. He has gotten hit against the Cubs. Bellinger has hit him. Suzuki has hit him. Wisdom has hit him. And the Cubs are up and coming too, right? They slowed down a little bit. They got a little cold. Now they're picking it back up. Now, Imanga, he has dealt the Mets. As a matter of fact, they haven't really hit against him. And now he's pitching at home, a big game, a day game, Friday day game. Cubs should win this game. I'm going to leave it at that, but I am staying away from that game. I would be very careful taking this game. So these 4 games that I'm analyzing for you guys right now, I'm going to give you guys my pick, and I'm going to place my bet. But along with that, I'm going to give you guys advice as to what games I would stay away from, because let's call it what it is. When you look at the Cubs, you see a 7-1 pitcher at home, 1.89 ERA. You see Quintana, he's gotten hit by the Cubs. The automatic reaction is, this is a play. I should take this game. This is a lock. And that's exactly when you don't do that. Because when something seems too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So I would stay away from this game. Cubs, again, should win this game. But if I were to lean on this game, if I were to take a lean on it, I'd take the Mets plus 1.5, just because of what I just told you, all the support's going on the Cubs. And I can show you guys right here with stats. Cubs, 70% of the handle, 69% of the money, both on the run line and the money line. So as I told you guys yesterday, I'm not a fan of taking teams that have loop-sided action. I really don't. I don't like when teams have all the action and all the money on them, especially when the line is pushing down as well, which is reverse line movements. So I'm staying away from that game. But again, if I were to take one, I'd take the plus 1.5 for the Mets. Now, third game I'm going to go over right here is Milwaukee Brewers at San Diego Padres. Brewers, yesterday I called it. They lost. They lost last inning. The Padres almost gave it up, but they still came through. And I believe this is a similar situation. A lot of sports bettors, a lot of naive handicappers are going to want to say that the Milwaukee Brewers will bounce back in this game, taking plus 1.5, all that good stuff. But I'm here to tell you that the line is minus 155 for a reason, with majority of the support coming in on the Brewers. I would take the Padres in this game. Vegas knows what they're doing. And it leads me to a big point here, right? To be successful in sports betting, you have to have an innate skill of predicting when teams are going to get hot and when teams are going to get cold. And there's certain stats and things that you can look at to predict that. That again, if you're interested in that, just go ahead and DM me to my Instagram. I put it in the description below. Strategies. DM me on Instagram to my profile, because that way I can answer you. I can't answer you via YouTube, so I apologize for letting you guys know to comment strategies below on yesterday's video. But there are ways to look at that. So it's key for that. So I'll give you guys an example. It was a couple weeks back, the Cardinals. I let my team know ahead of time. I was like, hey guys, they're heating up. And they have good matchups this week. Well, they'll be underdogs. And they destroyed the Cubs and the Orioles that week. And doing that will give you a better idea of when there's value. So in my opinion right now, the books know what they're doing. The Padres have been pretty bad. As a matter of fact, they're in the bottom of the league when it comes to OBP. Yet they're favored against the Milwaukee Brewers team that they lay 19th. They're not playing too well, but overall, they have bats and they have pitching. And they have, in my opinion, a better overall team, right? Padres have stud of players, but the Brewers are just a better team, in my opinion. Better chemistry, and they'll get further than the Padres just based on right now what we're seeing. So why are they favored? That's when you scratch your head a little bit and you're like, okay, Vegas is probably laying a trap. They want everybody to take the Brewers, and the Padres are minus 155. Brewers, value. Don't fall for that, guys. Now, again, nobody predicts everything perfectly. This works 7 out of 10 times. The Padres may lose tonight, but if you follow what I'm telling you guys and the little tips I'm telling you guys, 7 out of 10 times you guys are going to be profitable, as I was yesterday with the Padres. The Padres made no sense. They're in the bottom of OBP. The pitching matchup didn't make sense, yet they were favored. And I talked about it yesterday, and they won. So pay attention to that. Be smart. Don't follow the public. Don't follow your innate emotions to want to take the team that has the better record or has the better players. Think outside the box. Be smart. That's how you win in this industry. So this leads me to my final game that I'm going to analyze, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick the play right in front of you guys and place the bet, right? So let's get to it. Braves versus Yankees. So I'm going to start off with this. Yankees are one of the best teams in the league right now. And a lot of sports bettors get emotionally tied to Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and just the way they're playing. They're home, and they've lost the last two. So this is a perfect game for them to bounce back. But let me ask you this. How many times have the Yankees been underdogs at home this season? Not many. So why is Vegas making them underdogs today versus Atlanta Braves, a team that is missing their best player, Ronald Acuna? And on paper, it kind of feels like the pitching matchup's very similar. You got Chris Sale against Carlos Rondon. Pretty even, right? And they're at home, so the Yankees should have the edge, especially with the full lineup. Judge is back, Soto's back, and Braves are a little bit injured. Now, I spoke about looking to predict and looking to anticipate when teams are going to get hot, and the Braves are getting hot. They're 6-1 over the last 7, while the Yankees have dropped the last 2 out of 3, and they haven't been playing as well. Now, regression is expected for every and any team, for any guy playing a sport. Regression happens, right? The Yankees have been high, and we're starting to see signs of regression, and that's why the Atlanta Braves are favored in this game. Now, alongside with that, like I told you guys yesterday, a big thing to look at when you're analyzing games is how players and teams do against left-handed pitchers or right-handed pitchers. So you go to baseballreference.com, you can pull it up all right here, and it gives it to you in a clear picture. Left-handed pitchers, Braves are 15-10, while left-handed pitchers for the Yankees, they're 9-8, right? Nothing significantly. You can give the argument that Yankees at home are a lot better, but here's what I'm going to show you guys. The Yankees have been struggling a little bit as of late, while Chris Sale, he's gave up one bad game versus, I believe it was Athletics or Tampa Bay, and other than that, the guy's been lights out. His ERA in May was significant. It was amazing, to be honest. He had a little bit of a regression, but overall, I like Chris Sale more than I like Rondon in this spot. I like the trends that I'm seeing for the Braves. OBP-wise, the Braves are a little bit higher, and so with RBIs, they're a little bit higher. They have the better pitching matchup, in my opinion, and alongside with that, they're the hotter team right now. The Braves, to me, is my play for the day for that following reason. They have the better pitching matchups. The line is very telling, guys. Again, when was the last time you saw the Yankees underdog at home? Very few times this year it's happened. So when Vegas is giving you that tell, don't fall for the Yankees train just because they've lost the last 2. They got Aaron Judge back. Don't do that. Think smart. Vegas is always looking to trap you and take your money. So with that in mind, wow, the Braves are minus 115. Most people are going to jump on the Yankees. And as a matter of fact, most people are on the Yankees. Let's take a look right here. As you guys can see right here, let me pull up the game. Where is it? Atlanta Braves versus New York Yankees. 81% of the handle, 70% of the bets. Both in run line and money line are going for the Yankees, yet the Braves are favored in this game, and they've stayed favored. They'd opened up at minus 120. The line might push down to minus 115. Even if it pushes down to minus 110, I'm taking the Braves today. The Braves will win today's game. We're on a 6-0 run, and we're going to make it 7-0 in this game. So let's get to it, right? We go to the MLB app, Hard Rock, as you guys can see, balance 12,200. We go to the Braves, minus 110, just spoke about it. The line pushed down a little bit just because of the support that the Yankees are getting, and let's call it what it is. The Yankees should have that respect. They've played extremely well this season. So we picked the game, look at it, 3,000 to win, $2,727. We place our bet, and we are locked in for the Atlanta Braves today, guys. Now, I know yesterday I posted the video a little bit late. This time you guys are all going to be able to place this bet in time because the game's at night and this video will be up and ready way before that. So go ahead and lock this in. And again, I'm not doing this tomorrow or Sunday. We will be back with the videos Monday again. So if you're interested in the weekend pass and getting all my plays, we're currently on a 6-0 run. Go ahead and click the link below. There's a weekend pass available for you guys so you guys can start winning with me more and actually get my analysis, right? Not many people are doing this. A lot of people just give you plays, fake tickets, fake plays, and not actually putting their money where their mouth is with the real app like I'm showing you guys right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Please, 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 again, subscribe, like, comment below. And again, if you're interested in my strategies, below, follow my Instagram account and message me strategies and I'll send that over your way. It's a lot easier for me to reply with my team than through YouTube, all right? So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll catch you guys next time.